Welcome into the WAC Basketball Podcast. I'm your host, Kendra Sheehan. Today's very special guest is the junior center from Oklahoma of Abilene Christian Women's Basketball, Meredith Mays, who earned our Player of the Week honors this past week from Jersey Mike's A Sub Above. You had 2 double-doubles last week for Abilene Christian. Where do you feel like your game is as you guys are midway through conference play so far?
I feel very confident at the moment, and I feel like we're all just having a lot of fun, which I feel like is helping me to be able to do as well as I am.
This team brought back a lot of core players from last year, and then you added, of course, some newcomers. Where do you feel like this team is at this year compared to this time around last year?
I feel like we're in a great place compared to last year. Like even in the summer, we were talking about this. I felt like we were very ahead, which was a lot of fun. And our we had a great group of core returners that I feel like we were leading really well and everything. And then even our newcomers were just really eager and quick to learn stuff.
What's been your favorite part about being an upperclassman now and really having a lot of the role of teaching some of the newcomers and having those freshmen look up to you and want to be like you in a couple years and really get to learn the game of college basketball through someone like you?
Yeah, it's been a lot of fun because I'm thankful that I get to do that for people when I had the same thing happen for me. I had a great group of upperclassmen to learn from. And so to be able to turn and get to do that for the underclassmen is fun.
And you guys, of course, got to play in Fort Myers, Florida for the Fort Myers tip-off. That had to be a blast. Take me through what some of your favorite memories from that as you faced some pretty good competition there.
I feel like the trip itself was a lot of fun. I think that we got to learn a lot about ourselves as a team, even though tournament didn't go as we wanted it. I felt like we had a lot of progress with our coaching staff and ourselves, and I feel like practice since then has been really good.
What were some of your biggest takeaways that you learned through those 2 losses that you did have?
I think learning to play through adversity, and then one of the things we talked about was being able to handle in-game stuff whenever it's a close game like that. And unfortunate to learn that way, but it was I feel like really productive.
Hey, no better time to learn than in non-conference before you get to the WAC, right?
Yeah, that's very true.
And of course, I'm sure you were able to do a few other things while you were in Florida. What were some of those activities that you got to do as a team?
We got to have a fun Thanksgiving lunch, later lunch, and then after that we got to go on this sunset dolphin cruise, which was really cool. And just drive around or not drive, boat around the area, and we got to see some dolphins. It was really fun.
How many dolphins did you see?
Maybe 8. There was
Wow.
more than I thought we would see.
And Thanksgiving, obviously, you get to spend it with your team. What's your favorite Thanksgiving tradition that you had growing up or that you kind of carry into college?
I My family isn't a big tradition for Thanksgiving, but I think just being with my fam is something that I love. So my parents went to Florida for that, and that was super special for me because during holidays, I definitely miss being with my whole family. So it was nice to have them there.
Were you guys able to do kind of a Thanksgiving dinner with them there with the team, maybe a whole group of the parents that were in town?
Yeah, all the parents that were in town were invited to dinner. My parents, their flight got in a little bit late, so they didn't make it, but I got to hang out with them at the hotel, which was good.
That's always awesome. And as you look ahead, I mean, it's crazy that we're already in December. Conference play will start in the new year. What is this team building on off of those first half of the non-conference slate so that you guys are ready to face the WAC teams 3 times this year?
3 times is a lot, but yeah, I think that we're building a lot off of um, I think our team chemistry is a big point, and then obviously one of our emphasis things that Coach Goodenough always loves to highlight is team first wins, and so I think through the wins and the losses, still having that as a focus is a big thing that we're um focusing on right now. But I think just energy, a lot of communication is some of our focus points.
When I was talking to Coach Goodenough this summer, she always seems to have something, whether it's the energy or give her the water bucket. So what has
Yeah.
that been like this year with the addition of, I believe it's the water bucket this year?
Yeah, we have like a little chop, like a stick and then a water bucket. So the chop wood and the carry water. And she has, I think she said it's an old Zen proverb, but I think that's like a fun thing because it's like a reward whenever after a game, like to want to be the bucket is like our energy giver. So whether it's like on the bench or on the floor, whoever's like putting their team first or having the most energy or talking the most gets that award. And then the like player or hard worker of the game gets like the piece of wood. And I think that's always like fun to have like something like a core value to like focus on for the year.
And I feel like it only works if the players buy in and want to be super competitive and want to get the awards each week. And so, how does that help competition, help practice when maybe, you don't want to show up? It's a hard day, it's a long day, but you have these incentives and you want to fight for them.
I think it's huge. I think we have a very competitive team and our practices get very competitive. Like this week, I think has been big for us or with like competitive like drills and teams. And if you like, you can't have an off day because someone you're going against is going to be having like a really energetic or competitive day. So you like have to step up. And I think because of those like awards that we can get, like that is like a big push to always like show up for practice.
And for you, you led the conference in field goal percentage last week. What was your initial reaction when you got the first Abilene Christian award that was earned from a Player of the Week or Newcomer of the Week this year?
I was just very thankful. It was a very fun award to get, and I think it was fun that our team did well that week in order to like help with getting that award. And I was just excited. It was fun.
Where have you noticed the biggest stride in your game from last year to this year that has allowed you to see the floor a little bit better and to find some of those open lanes?
I think that just confidence is huge for me. And so my coaches and my teammates have been like pouring into me in those areas. And so I think with that, it helps like the game slow down and where I can like read the floor better and just like have more confidence in my game.
You have a big matchup against Texas Tech. It's at a neutral site, but it should be a great one. What is the focus this week as you look at the Red Raiders?
I think that we're just gonna focus on ourselves and not let who they are as a team intimidate us, if that makes sense. Because I think it's just gonna be such a fun game. I'm really excited. And so I think just focusing on ourselves and focusing on your teammates is important for us.
And then a little bit down the line, you'll get to have the ACU Christmas Classic. Tell me a little bit about what excites you about that and probably the opportunity to potentially have your family once again with the holidays.
Yes, I'm so excited for that to have because last year I think we were in New Mexico for Christmas. And so to be in a place that's like closer for a lot of people's family is really fun. And I feel like because it's about to be Christmas and a lot of people's families will be there, I feel like that'll give us like a lot of energy and I'm really excited.
Is there plans for a Christmas meal, a Christmas dinner to celebrate, or a
Yeah,
ACU Christmas?
I don't know of what the team is doing. I'm sure we'll have some. Well, we have a Christmas party, which is always so much fun. But going home and I'll get to be with like a bunch of my family and have like a big dinner and I'm excited.
Well, Meredith, best of luck this week as Abilene Christian takes on Texas Tech this Sunday. It's a 2 p.m. Central Time tip-off in Odessa, and you can also catch that on ESPN Plus. Best of luck, and we'll catch up soon.
Okay, thank you.